Sports talk. Yes, you see, we're gonna get right to it. We're not gonna waste no time. See what the topic of the hand is. I'm gonna play a video. But first, I just want y'all to see Ugas' statement that he made. He's feeling himself. He's feeling good and well deserved. He was doubted. He wasn't given much of a chance. Nonetheless, he still made it happen. But we are going to close the door, close the door, close the door, close the door, close the door. We are going to get to a couple topics, and we're not going to stay on too long tonight, man. But right here, let me pull up the boxing scene real quick so you can hear Ugas. For all my Espanol brothers and sisters, please feel free to translate. Feel free to translate. Feel free to translate.
Como hace 3 semanas, yo no hablé con Pacquiao cuando eso, me lastimé el brazo feo, dejé de entrenar, dejé de hacer el sparring. No, entrenando me mantuve siempre, pero dejé de hacer el sparring, pero estaba mucho tratamiento. El brazo quedó 100% hinchado, pero sin dolor. El brazo quedó 100%, ¿me entiendes? No, yo tuve un sparring como hace 3 semanas, yo no hablé con Pacquiao cuando eso, me lastimé el brazo feo, dejé de entrenar, dejé de hacer el sparring. No, entrenando me mantuve siempre, pero dejé de hacer el sparring, pero estaba mucho tratamiento. El brazo quedó 100% hinchado, pero sin dolor. El brazo quedó 100%, ¿me entiendes? No.
Yeah, so basically, to sum that up, right? To sum that up, Ugas was just stating that, as reported, he did have that kind of a bump on his bicep. He injured it 3 weeks prior to fighting Manny and sparring, but he said that fight night he definitely was 100%, and it showed that right hand could not miss all night. Now I seen somewhere else where somebody had posted that Ugas looked more beat up than Manny. That's how he bruises. Different strokes for different folks, but he clearly did land the cleaner shots. But yes, we just want to start that off. We ain't gonna stay on too long. We are dropping the sauce. The sauce. And the major topic that I want to touch on, because now as I see the rebel outlaw, that's what I am calling him. He is coming out and exposing the fact that certain fighters aren't allowed to interview with him. But listen, man, this is the sauce that's been going on forever. Now, why is that when you are faced with that, you want to bring it to the light? But the sauce been telling you that. Oh, Al Heyman and his boys over there, if he tells his fighters, his angels, not to talk to you, they're not going to talk to you. And they wonder why the source brings it to them the way I bring it to them, because at the end of the day, if you are a man, that is weak. But I understand when you sell your soul to the devil and the devil is signing your check, you got to listen to master, right, boy? So now it goes back to what I was saying maybe last week when I was saying that these guys are boys. They have to listen to their daddy. Now, we all know that is very, very weak at the end of the day, especially as a fighter, a fighting quote unquote man. You let another man tell you who you can talk to. But I said that to say this. See, me, the source, I always knew my worth in the game, because long after these fighters are done fighting, the source will still be talking the source. So at the end of the day, it is a two-way street. Even though you feel you are up here and you feel certain media are down here, at the end of the day, the media and the fighter go hand in hand. Because if the media doesn't talk about the fighter, doesn't highlight the fighter, how big can the fighter actually get or become? So it goes hand in hand. Hopefully you are catching this sauce. You're rocking out with yours truly, Showtime Sizzle. This is the Sauce Talk, episode 194. Like I said, man, shout out to the late great Big. This is the 10 media commandments. Yes, media commandments. There's rules to this. I wrote me a manual, step-by-step booklet for you to get your interviews up. You like that, right? But yeah, shout out to all the real fighters that don't care if they are told by a publicist, a manager, a promoter not to talk to a certain media outlet, and they still do it. You know why? Because they are a man at the end of the day. Can another man tell another man who and who to talk to? But that's just how weak this game has become and how watered down it is. But shout out to the Rebel Outlaw for bringing that to the light now, because fighters aren't allowed to speak with him. It's part of the game. They always, that's the one thing I can honestly say. Like, I got over a decade in this. Hands down, we're going into 2022. I got over a decade in this behind the scenes. Like, that's why I said I came on as a YouTuber maybe what 2-3 years ago, but I was just behind the scenes because everything that is coming for a circle now was the plan, you know. So when I was with old boy, and then that's what I called them. Now I don't even give them like no more. When I was around them, and I was at press conferences, weigh-ins, I was using these, and paying attention to who's who does what, how things operate. That's why I like to say, but hey, what do I know? But back then, even then, I seen how they was moving the goalposts. Hopefully you are catching this vibe, catching the source, what I'm saying. Like, certain media outlets and media genres, they're nobodies. They are put in position. They are given handouts. You know, this is the game. I'm giving y'all the real, honest, the truth game. You know, and me personally, when I started stepping on the scene, building up my daughter's media company, I didn't want no interviews like that. See, those interviews that they get where it's a free fall, where everybody is, you know, they tell you when you can answer questions and this, that, and the third, that's weak. That's not real journalism. But hey, what do I know? But they tell you when you can talk to the fight. That's why, if you ever noticed, I'm a reference to PBC. If you ever noticed when the fighters are being interviewed, it always seems like they're being followed by paparazzi, because that's what they want you. That's what they want you to think. That's the persona that they are trying to portray or push over to the public. But see, all those type of interviews are weak when you have quote unquote the paparazzi, new media following the fighters down a hallway, or you have them interviewing the fighters in the back in the what they call the green room, where they have, you know, like the little refreshments, the food set up where the fighters can eat before they go out to the floor, and they allow the media to ask them questions. Then yeah, but hey, what do I know? What do I know? But see, that was never my cup of tea, because unlike a lot of these guys that do this, I am a chosen one. When I say I am a chosen one, I am blessed. So if I catch a fighter in a hotel, if I catch a fighter at the gym, and I lock eyes with him and I speak with him, my soul is pure. I am righteous and honorable. And that's why you see where my catalog is at. Yes, I never, ever got approved from a credential from the PBC. Shout out to Matchroom. Shout out to the good people over at Starbucks and Joe LaGuardia, the Bella Entertainment. You know, they all. I can never say nothing bad on them as far as giving a fair shake, giving credentials. Also, main events, Kelly Duva. But when it comes to the quote unquote premier boxing champions, the black man's, yes, the black man's show. Shout out to the Rebel. The Rebel already told you he doesn't even respect black media. But quote unquote, this is the black man show. Oh man, he must go. Yes, you see, the black man show. But he doesn't respect the black man. I'm gonna show you something real quick, right? I'm gonna repost this later on my page, right? This is powerful right here. This ties into the source right here. This ties right into the source. See, they're not giving it to you raw, uncut like this with this much heat. You know, with this much heat and substance and consistency. Check this out right here. I want you to soak this in. Beware of the black face with a white mind state. Y'all catching that sauce right there? Those are what we call the gatekeepers. They are what we call, back in the day, right? I'm gonna take you back right now. You ever watch the movie Life? When they're in the penitentiary, and the warden, he had his field hand, and the field hand had that one black that said, "You don't want to cross the gun line, boss." That's what's going on with some of these quote unquote black men that are the runners of the industry. You don't want to cross the gun line, boss. Yes. Hopefully y'all catching that sauce. I know it's kind of spicy tonight, but I'm just educating my people whose minds are right, whose eyes are open, whose ears are open. Yeah, you are rocking out with yours truly, the sauce sizzle. But yeah, man, I just want to put y'all on to that, man, and I want y'all to catch this vibe too, right? You get these outlets, right, that want to pump the brotherhood, black power, power to the people, right? But it be these same black fighters, right? That same thing. They talk that power to the people, brotherhood, black this, black that. But yet, what black are you really building? You will run to the only shout out to Deontay Wilder. I gotta tilt my hat off to him. He's probably one of the only ones, and that's why he is so demonized. Yes, listen to the vocabulary tonight, man. We do, we rock the source. That's why he is so demonized in mainstream media, because he's probably one of the only that actually does build up his brothers in the media. The rest of y'all, listen, man, it is what it is, man. Like, y'all some master boys. You will run to, I don't need to say the name, but everybody knows the game. That's who you run to. He's not the biggest. Y'all make him the biggest. You understand what I'm saying? Y'all catching this sauce tonight? Like, I will put my catalog up against his interviews, whatever. My content is way like this on them. My content is like this on them, man. That's why I use this. This is how my content is on them. I come through like this. Keith Thurman interview, Tony Harris interview. Those are 2020 Dateline type ish from the source. Yes. Come through speeding on. These dudes like, come on, man. This game been rigged. But see, when you don't play by their rules or conform to their rules, you can always rise. Yes, even you might have to go through the pasture, go through it, but you definitely gonna come up. You're gonna come up. You're gonna come up because if you stay like this with your tunnel vision and you stay consistent, you see the consistency and you keep it pure, raw, uncut, you're gonna come up because so much other stuff is dumbed down. It's dumbed down. That's why I was able to speed past them with no views, no likes, no subs. You know why? Because this is pure, raw, uncut, and it's consistent. How many times you catch dudes start out trying to do this, carry this torch, want to be media, want to talk they ish, but there's no consistency. They drop off. This is 140, 194, 194, 194 strong. But years back, I had it rocking. But you know what? I wasn't flowing right. Instead of you gotta lead by example. I tried to do it with a whole bunch of people, but at the end of the day, their vision, their passion, their drive is not gonna be yours. So you have to walk your own journey. And when you get there, then you can come back and throw a lifeline. You know? Be like, yo, take that road right there. You heard? Take that path right there. That's what the solid tall do. A gatekeeper is gonna watch you. A gatekeeper is gonna run to master and tell master, yo, don't let him in. Lock that window. Lock that door. Don't let him inside here. Don't let him inside here. Hopefully y'all catching that sauce, man. And shout out to like I said, man, I'm about to close out. I ain't gonna stay on too long. I gotta nurse my dog. She had surgery today. She is a family member. But I just wanted to come on and give y'all some raw, uncut vibes, man. You're rocking out with yours truly, the sauce, Shy Sizzle, man. Once again, congratulations to Ugas. Tomorrow, I touch on the fights in Cleveland, the Logan dude fighting Tyrone Woodley. Like, how do they sanction these bouts with him though? Look, that's all I'm saying. Like, the weight class difference be crazy, and they are actually sanctioning these bouts as real professional bouts. But he's not fighting guys in his weight class. Hopefully, y'all caught that source. But he is going to do great pay-per-view numbers. I see where people were saying that he's bringing boxing back. He's bringing boxing a whole nother genre of audience. And today, that's what boxing is about now. It's about the show, the spectacle. Hopefully, y'all caught that source. Always remember, keep God first. Never be discouraged. Keep your eye on the prize, tunnel vision. Stay focused. Listen, as long as you are doing something, right? Catch this before I get off. Catch this. If you are doing something, if you are laying one brick a day, eventually you are going to form something, a foundation, and then it may even turn into a house. But if you are not doing nothing, you're not laying a brick a day, and this guy over here is constantly laying bricks. Next thing you know, he got 20 bricks stacked. You still doing nothing. Next thing you know, he has his foundation. You're still doing nothing. Next thing you know, he has a house. Now he's inside. You're still doing nothing. You're always going to feel some type of way because you was always doing nothing. Watching that brother build piece by piece. Hopefully y'all caught that sauce. You know the vibes. I holla.